Hello, my dear students. I heartily welcome you all in this session, our subject science, class 8th standard. Dear students, in this class, we are going to study our physics part in that first chapter, force and pressure. Dear student, in class 7th, you have learned how objects move. Do you recall how we can decide whether an object is moving faster or other? So, in 7th standard, you got a car example. See, if some cars are moving at one time, so observe after some time which car is moved faster after some time. So it depends upon a time. What does the distance moved by an object in unit time indicate? So you have studied about speed. In unit time, how much the vehicle has traveled. You also know that moving object like ball rolling on the ground shows down. Sometimes it may change its direction of motion. It is also possible that the ball may be shown down and also changes its direction. Have you ever wondered that what makes an object allow down to go faster? Yes, so or a change its direction of motion. Let us recall some of our everyday experiences. What do you do to make a football move? What do you do to make a moving ball to move faster? How does a goalkeeper stops a ball? Here are there. See here. A goalkeeper saving a goal. A hockey player fixing a ball. Yes, see. And a fielder stopping a ball. Observe here. A hockey player changes the direction of moving ball with a flick or a stick. Is it? Observe here. How do a fielder stops a ball to hit by a batsman? In all these situations, the ball is either made to move faster or slower, or its direction of motion is changed. Observe here. They have changed its direction of motion. Here it has changed. If it will go cross this border, it will be 4. But he has changed its direction. We often say that a force has been applied on the ball when it is kicked. Yes, pushed, thrown, flicked. What it force? Then what is a force? What can it do to bodies on which it applied? So we shall seek answer to such questions in this chapter. Force, a push or a pull. Action like picking, opening, shutting, kicking, hitting, lifting, flicking, pushing, pulling are often used in a desirable certain task. So, each of these actions usually result in some kind of changes in the state of a motion of an object. Can this term be replaced with one or more terms? Let's find out. Observe in activity 7.1. Give some examples of familiar situations involving motion of objects. You can add more such situations or replace those given here. Try to identify action involved in each case as push and a pull and record your observations. One example has been given to help you identifying the action and push or pull. So observe in this table. Description of the situation. Action, pushing, pulling, picking, hitting, lifting, lowering, flying, kicking, throwing, shutting, flicking. Here, action can be grouped as a push or a pull. Here, moving a book placed on a table. It is pushing, pulling or lifting. Is it? Pushing, yes. Pulling also, yes. Like that. Opening or shutting a door. It is shutting. Pushing, yes. Pulling also, yes. Drawing a bucket of water from a well. What it is? Pulling. Picking, it is lifting water. Lifting. Pulling. Is it? Push, not, it is not push, no, but pulling, yes. A football player taking a penalty kick. It is penalty kick. It is kicking. Push, yes. pull, no. Yes, like that, some more situations you add here and you complete this box. See, do you notice that each of the actions can be grouped such as pull or a push here? Or both. Can we infer from this that move an object, it has been pushed or pulled? In a science, a push or a pull on an object is called a force. A push or a pull on an object is called force. Thus, we can say that the motion important to object was due to the action of force. When does a force come into play? Let's find out. Forces are due to an interaction. Suppose a man is standing behind a stationary car. Observe in this picture. Stationary, it means not your stationary shop. It is at rest. Yes, I think you have learnt in 7th standard. Suppose the car move due to his presence. Suppose the man now begins to push the car, that is, he applies force on it. Yes, if it is a familiar position for you. Yes, if your vehicle is not moving, somebody is pushing from the behind. It means this man is forcing it. He had put force on it. Yes, the man is pushing car. It means he applied a force on it. The car may begin to move in the direction of he applied force. In what force he has applied, so it will move in that direction. If think he will be standing like here, front of the car. If he is pushing from this side, the car will move behind. So, in which direction he has applied force? In that direction, the car moves. Is it? Next, note that the man has pushed the car to make it move. Here, who is pushing whom? Observe here, who is pushing? Yes, she is pushing, she is going behind. Yes, observe in these pictures, who is pulling whom? Shows 3 situations that may be familiar to you. Can you decide who is pushing or pulling and who is pushing in these cases? In this case and in this case, both girls are appear to push each other while the pair. Can we say that they are pushing? In this, they are trying to pull each other. Similarly, the cow here, the cow and the man, he is pulling that one, pulling the cow. Is it? Appear to pull each other. They are pulling each other. Observe here. So, the girls in 2 situations shown here are applying force on each other. Is it also true for the man and the cow? From these examples, we can infer that at least 2 objects must be interact for force to come into play. Thus, an interaction of one object with another object result in force between the 2 objects. So, if we need force to apply here, 2 objects are needed. For these examples, we can get 2 objects are needed. Is it? Exploring force. Observe in exercise activity 7.2. In this, choose an heavy object like a table or a box, which you can move only by pushing hard. Try to push it all by yourself. Can you move it? Now ask one of your friends to help. In pushing, it is in the same direction. Is it easier to move now? Can you explain why? Now push the same object, but ask your friend to push its opposite side. Opposite side. So does the object move? If it does, note down the direction in which direction it moves. Can you guess which of one you have applying a large force? In these 2. Have you ever seen a game of tug of war? In this game, 2 teams are pulling rope on opposite side. In tug of war, 2 teams are pulling in opposite direction. So, members of both the team try to pull the rope in their direction. Sometimes the rope similarly does not move. It is not similar to the situations. Observe here. The team that pulls harder, it is applied large force, finally wins the game. What do these examples suggest to you? Force applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. Now recall what happens when your friend pushed a heavy box. When you and your friend pushed a heavy box, what happened here? When your friend and you have put the same force here. In the two forces act opposite direction of an object. The net force action on it's the difference between the two forces. What do you observe in this activity? When both of you were pushing heavy box from opposite direction, recall that in tug of war, two teams pull equally hard. The rope does not move in any direction, it is neutral. So if they are pulling more, they are applying more force on that. Yes, so we learn that a force could be large or smaller than the other, equal to each other. The strength of a force is usually expressed its magnitude. Magnitude, M-A-G-N-I-T-U-D-E. Magnitude, what is magnitude? The strength of a force is usually expressed by its magnitude. Yes, the magnitude. We have also specified the direction in which the force acts also. If the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, its effect also changes. Does it mean that a net force of an object is zero if the two forces acting on its opposite direction are equal? Yes, in general, more than one force may be acting on an object. However, the effect of an object is due to net force acting on it. Next one, a force can change the state of motion. So let us now find out what happens when a force acts on an object. Take a rubber ball, place it. This is a rubber ball and place it on a level surface such that a tabletop of concrete floor. Now gently push the ball along the level of the surface. Take the ball and you just push it. Does the ball begin to move? Push the ball again while it is still moving. Is there any changes in the speed? Does it increases or decreases here? Next, place your palm in front of the moving ball and remove your palm as soon as moving ball touches it. Does your palm apply a force on the ball? What happens to the speed of the ball now? Does it increase or decrease? What would happen if you let your palm hold the moving ball? You might have recalled the same situations. For example, while taking penalty kick in a football, the player applied a force on the ball. Before being hit, the ball was at rest and so its speed was 0. The applied force makes the ball to move towards a goal. Suppose a goalkeeper driving a jump up to save a goal. By his action, the goalkeeper tries to apply force on the moving ball. So the first force applied by him can stop the deflect of the ball. So, saving a goal being scored. If the goalkeeper succeeded in stopping the ball, these observations suggest that a force applied on an object may change its speed. If a force applied to an object is in the direction of its motion, the speed of an object increases. If the force is applied in the direction of opposite to the direction of motion, then the result in a decrease in the speed of the object. Today we will finish here. Your homework. You complete this table. Thank you.